Alright, today we're seeing how far Gojo can go in JoJo, because I was looking at the last video and I was like, why didn't he use Gojo? Turns out Salad already made that video, so let's get straight into it. I'm currently at 774 subs, let's get to 800 by the end of the month. Oh, my bad. Also doing a challenge right now. I don't know when this one will go up, but it'll probably be like 14 days straight by the time this goes up, so hey man, continuous uploads, back to back, man. I'm trying to get it up though. Hey, if you enjoy my content, maybe you should join the Discord too. I'm not saying maybe you should join the Discord, you should join the Discord. Join the community.
Fight the main protagonist and antagonist from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in order. Is he strong enough to make it through the Gauntlet?
Let's
or will
see.
someone be able to stop him?
I'll say, so it's just the pro tags, alright?
For this, we'll be looking at the main JoJo characters and their main villains.
Okay, I thought he wasn't gonna do villains. I'm glad he is. Good,
pretty
good.
simple, but it gets more complicated very quickly.
Of course.
By the way, if he stopped at any point, we'll cover others beyond the stopping point just to see if he can go beyond it.
Yeah.
And like usual,
go beyond plus ultra, but that's my hero. That's not JoJo.
We're going chronologically, so let's begin with part 1.
Gojo's Bizarre Adventure.
Jonathan is screwed.
He's kicking Jonathan's ass. Yeah, I'm
The
sorry.
only advantage he has here is speed, but that wouldn't matter because he can't get through infinity.
He literally can't attack,
avoid
bro.
An attack if caught in a
Same with Joseph.
Gojo's raw stats outclass Jonathan by far. Yo Brando, the part 1 version.
Same
It's
thing.
pretty much the same situation as Jonathan. Nothing he does could reach or harm Gojo, and Gojo has the superior attack power anyways.
He's gonna go by fast with the until we get to the stands.
Next on to Joseph.
Same
Joseph,
thing.
I love you. You're probably my favorite JoJo.
He is
but
my
you don't do
favorite.
anything here.
Nope, and I hate that so much too.
You can't get through infinity with that.
Literally
It would be
can't.
pretty funny if he found a way though.
He
Next up,
probably
we have
have a way,
Cars.
but he
By the
couldn't
way,
physically
from
do
this
it
point
possibly.
onwards,
Cars might have a
So
shot.
this is Cars at the end of part 2. Physically, Cars at his peak actually can be a big threat to Gojo. If infinity weren't a factor,
Yeah, so he
would be
can't
an
hit him
interesting
though.
battle.
Yeah,
Which
if he
powers
could
can
hit
be-
him, he'd be over with.
Maybe it
But
actually
he can't
isn't
hit
enough to
him.
harm Gojo, but still, in
I
terms
think it
of raw
would be.
stats, he's one of the few people that actually has a good arsenal here. The thing is, once more,
Can't hit
infinity
him.
is a factor.
Yeah,
Gojo gets an easy stomp here again.
Jotaro's beating him, bro.
Gauntlet isn't as straightforward.
Jotaro's
Things
beating
get
him.
His speed far exceeds Gojo's, so if he keeps his distance, he can play it smart by dodging attacks. Of course, this wouldn't matter in his domain.
He can't handle him.
Given how perceptive, precise, and fast his reactions are, Jotaro could probably avoid the
Could he
domain
activate a
expansion.
domain fast
But
enough
back to what I said
to
How is he gonna get hits in
get
with
Jotaro?
infinity? Gojo's infinity is automatic, but in the sense that it's a filter, it automatically detects threats coming at him.
But maybe it
What
doesn't.
Jotaro could do is activate the world from a distance,
Yeah.
while infinity isn't filtering him. Unless infinity is already filtering everything away from Gojo, Jotaro could attack him, because there would be no infinity filtering him. It's
I think
automatic
he
and
cares.
always
I think he
active,
gets
but
him.
more so as a reflexive thing. So if time is stopped, and so is his brain, there's no threat to perceive, which means he's not filtering it out with Limitless. And if you want to stretch this even further, you could say Jotaro might even be able to get through infinity because in stop time, there would be no infinity.
You know, I say, why would it be activated? You know what I mean? This is where the gauntlet stops, but of course, he's gonna keep going, of course, but this is where the gauntlet
I
stops.
think it would be able to. Since this is a cross-verse battle, and we're assuming Gojo could just see stands, we'll assume he could perceive them too, especially with the 6 eyes, and maybe the fact that stands could have some latent cursed energy to begin with, so infinity would just filter it out to begin with. Not that it matters though, because like I said, time stop could help.
Jotaro
Although Jotaro
stomps.
has 3 big issues. First
What,
issue,
stamina?
Gojo has higher durability, with
Okay.
Jotaro's attack power being lower. Jotaro caps out at large
He
buildings.
just go up and fucking snap his neck though. I mean, it's not gonna even.
Even if we second problem, Gojo has reverse curse technique, so if Jotaro is able to damage him somehow, Gojo could heal. He would need a surefire kill in the time stop. And third problem, Jotaro can't chain the world back to back. There's an unspecified cooldown for it,
Yep.
because otherwise he could just infinitely stop time.
Yeah,
Maybe,
probably. I
because
mean,
there's also
I
the
think
chance
Jotaro
attack
gets
power
it.
would
Yeah.
not do anything after all. But I still think a time stop stand rush with a completely unprepared Gojo would at least harm him, although he could just heal it right after. And on the other hand, if Gojo does trap Jotaro in a domain somehow, he's cooked. If he
Yeah.
starts the fight with this, it'll just stop Jotaro from activating the world. Even if Jotaro can make contact with Gojo, this fight definitely leans in Gojo's favor, even if it isn't a 100% surefire victory. And with part 3 Dio, it's pretty much the same with Jotaro, even if we use high Dio with his full power. The only difference is, he has his vampire powers too. Like maybe a
But they
flesh
still
time
wouldn't-
stop could work.
Yeah,
if it could somehow
possibly.
get through Gojo's head. Temperature manipulation could help too, because if he freezes Gojo, for example,
Yeah, then he couldn't.
specifically
He
in a
couldn't
time
do
stop,
anything. Yeah.
that could help him negate durability. Like freeze an arm, then shatter it. Or better yet, do it to
Or
his
just
head.
like laser
Not to
blast
mention
his.
he also has regen, which could help
Just
him much
laser
longer.
blast his brain
And
type
who's to
shit.
say, either way, same result. I think it still leaned in Gojo's favor, but Dio definitely has a few more ways to win.
I was gonna say,
Josuke's
Josuke's getting
Sorry,
clapped.
Josuke, you're probably screwed. with
He's
it.
getting clapped.
Just
Yeah.
like Jonathan
He has no
already
shot.
has the speed. Now on to Kira. This one is
Kira's
definitely
screwed
weird. Actually,
too. I
mostly
think.
bizarre.
Honestly.
Kira's bombs can bypass durability, but the catch is he has to make contact.
Yeah, I'm
with
gonna
them.
say, how is he gonna get to
Obviously,
him?
He can't do that here.
Unless he hits
Even
somewhere
with
where
Gojo
where
characters being as fast
Gojo
as they are,
lands.
beyond faster than light, or even massively faster than light, that doesn't mean you can get through infinity with raw speed alone. You need something beyond that. If there were actually other people around, Kira can make somebody else carry his stand, and then transfer it to Gojo, killing him. That way he actually reaches Gojo with his explosions, and just deactivates Bites the Dust to finish the battle.
Yeah, maybe. I
Making
mean,
it
but
so
he.
Gojo's dead.
I still
But
wouldn't
again,
stop
that
it here.
requires
Yeah.
another person here. His power is perfect for Gojo, but
It's got to
Gojo's
be
also
circumstances for that one.
Kira could overcome durability issues, and he has one way through infinity. But since he can't physically make contact with Gojo, and in a 1v1 setting he can't use Bites the Dust on someone else, he loses really easily. It's just worth mentioning he does have a way to win.
Diavolo got it, bro.
See what will happen and basically remove himself from the equation. This could help him survive unless Gojo somehow traps him in a surprise domain before he could activate King Crimson, or with a wide enough range and long enough duration. So
if you got time powers, you got that shit. You got hacks, you might have that shit. Jorno's kill him.
Again, it's the same case as Jotaro and Dio. Therefore, Gojo wins pretty easily. Best thing
Easily
is somehow stalemated.
Easily is a stretch. Easily is a stretch.
As for base Giorno, that won't do anything.
Base Giorno's screwed, but
includes being able to create some sort of deadly microscopic thing in the form.
Base Giorno's screwed.
Of course, here we're going to be using Gold Experience Requiem.
Requiem takes it. Requiem, this had to be.
The power of infinity.
Gotta be
I'd say
Requiem.
The power of zero. It looks like it won't be able to do much against Gojo either, but Gojo can't do anything to it. Well, at least on the surface.
Are we gonna stalemate him then?
Gojo's willpower to zero, so he wouldn't even fight in the first place. And the one way I think he could get through infinity is if he deactivates it. Because by reverting Gojo's willpower to zero, would that deactivate infinity?
Possibly.
I'll leave this one up to you guys.
Yeah.
What you think.
I think he'd do it, but it's some
circumstances.
Stalemate,
Giorno's
yeah.
power is just too potent for Gojo, so he 100% won't win. I think it really comes down to whether or not it's a stalemate. The power of Giorno's nuh-uh button is really too strong.
Nuh-uh is crazy.
Chance of a stalemate.
I'm gonna start calling it that, the nuh-uh button. Wait till I get that. Wait till I get to that last fight on that damn JoJo game. Screwed.
Not gonna do anything
Literally nothing.
Valentine. Even with regular D4C,
Valentine
is immortal, and he could just create an alternate Gojo to cause Gojo to die. He could even find a way through infinity via dimensional travel.
After Reed Steel Ball run, for real.
And with parts of the Saint's corpse, he could actually warp space. So, directly counter infinity. Valentine has multiple ways of killing him. So, that's where Gojo ends this gauntlet. Gojo faces his first issues against Jotaro, and faces his first true loss against Giorno, with a 100% hard stop at Valentine. Let me know in the comments what you think.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, man. I don't know how I didn't notice that this existed, but yeah, no, like, I was wondering why he wasn't in that other video. Like, no, he has I'm not gonna say he has an easy time in JoJo, but he'd get around. He'd get pretty good. I'm gonna watch the Dragon Ball one. I think he has a one for Gojo versus Dragon Ball, but we'll do that another time. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. Get me to 800 by the end of the month, or I'm gonna hit your mom with a spirit bomb, I guess. Bye.